everybody, I'm Kavett, and who is ready to head out on Halloween night and get free candy from all of your neighbors? Well, today I have a really cute DIY trick-or-treat bag for you that is sure to be the coolest trick-or-treat bag on the block. To make this project, you'll need a variety of duct tapes, glow-in-the-dark tape, a paper bag, a ruler, scissors, a craft knife, a pen, letter and arrow patterns, and a crafting board. So we're going to start by cutting down our paper bag, and I'm just going to measure 8.5 inches from the bottom. So once you've measured up from the bottom, just connect those 2 points, and of course you could make your bag taller or shorter depending on how much candy you think you'll get. So once you've drawn your line, you can just grab your scissors and cut off the top of the bag. And there we go. Now we have the base for our trick-or-treat bag. Now we're going to cover the bag with duct tape, and I actually have one here that I already finished. I think it looks really cool. We're going to cut a zigzag into the top of our trick-or-treat bag. Now to make your zigzag even around the rest of the bag, take that triangle that you just cut and lay it down right next to the first one, and then use that as a pattern to cut your next one. So now that I have all of my triangles cut out into this cool zigzag on the top of the bag, I'm going to outline all of the borders, and I'm going to use this cool glow-in-the-dark duct tape to do that. So we're going to start with this part right here. So to do that, lay the bag on its side and cut a piece of tape that's about the same length. Put that down on your crafting board, and then grab your craft knife and a ruler. Cut your tape in thirds lengthwise. Pick up each of those thin strips and place them right on the border of your bag. And then to outline this top zigzag, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to cut a length of glow-in-the-dark tape and place it on our crafting board and cut it into thirds. But this time, we're also going to cut it into 2.5-inch long strips. Now, one at a time, pick up one of these smaller strips and place it right on the edge of your zigzag. So just go ahead and cover the rest of your zigzags, and I actually have one here that I already finished, and look at how cool that looks already. But now, how are you going to carry all of your candy? I'm going to show you how to make a handle that actually wraps all the way around the bag so you don't have to worry about it breaking if you gather lots and lots of candy. So to do that, we're going to grab our green tape. And now we need to make a strip of tape that is 44 inches long. That might be a little bit much for you guys to do, so I'm going to make 2 strips of tape that are each 22 inches long. So once you have 2 22-inch long strips of tape, take one of them and fold it up into thirds. And then you can repeat that with the other one. Cut yourself another piece of green tape, and then wrap that around the 2 ends so that they're connected into one really long strip of tape. And then you want to do that on the other 2 ends as well, so that you end up with a really big loop. So once you have a really big loop like this, you're going to want to make a second one. So I have one already made right here. So now to attach them to the bag, we're going to put them around the entire thing so that it's supported from the bottom. So position the loop exactly where you want it, and then cut one more piece of green tape. And now just tape that down just like that. Now flip your bag around and repeat that on the other side. Once you have one loop in place, you can grab your other one and you can do the exact same thing. All right, and there we go. Now we have some handles for our trick-or-treat bag that definitely aren't going anywhere. They're gonna keep your candy super safe. So we are almost done, but I think that I want to decorate the front of my bag. So I printed out some text and an arrow. Begin by cutting out the shape that you want to use, and then lay down a few strips of tape to make a sheet that is a little bit bigger than the shape you're cutting out. Position your pattern right on top of that tape that you just laid down, and use a few more pieces of tape to secure it in place. And now you can grab your craft knife and you can just cut right over the lines in your arrow. All right, once you've cut it all out, you can take your pattern out of the way, and then you can peel up any of your excess tape. And there it is. There's our arrow that we just cut out. So just go ahead and peel this arrow up from your crafting board, and then you can place it right onto your bag. And now I cut out the rest of my design earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and just add all of these letters onto my bag as well. So this project is so easy to customize. You could put any text that you want, you could do any design, any colors that you want, you could make it match your costume even. So I actually have one that I already finished, and I think this came out so cute. I think any of your neighbors would just love to see it and are gonna give you a little bit of extra candy for how much effort you put into your candy bag. So I would love to know what type of candy you are most hoping to get when you're out trick-or-treating. Let me know in a comment right down below, and I will see you guys next time.